Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Let us study about the Roman room technique. The Roman room technique is an ancient and effective way of remembering unstructured information where the relationship of items of information to other items of information is not important. So Roman room technique of memorization is an old way of remembering things which are unstructured, which are not related, and it functions by imagining a room, for example your sitting room or bedroom. Within that room are objects. The technique works by associating images with those objects. To recall information, simply take a tour around the room in your mind, visualizing the known objects and their associated images. So you have to imagine a room and there are some objects in the room, and you have to imagine those objects in the room, and to recall information you have to take tour around the room in your mind and associate those objects with the information. The Roman room technique serves as one of the bases of the extremely effective language mnemonic systems described elsewhere within mind tools. So this is very important technique. It is used for effective language learning, and mind tools mnemonic grades ease of use. It's very easy. Effectiveness, yes, this method is effective. Power, it is quite powerful. Learning investment, moderate. Who should use? People need a topic. In people, those who need information about a topic. Let's see how it works. Imagine a room that you know well. Perhaps this is your sitting room, a bedroom, an office, or a classroom. Within this room, there are features and objects in known positions. The basis of the Roman room system is that things to be remembered are associated with these objects, so that by recalling the objects within the room, all the associated objects can also be remembered. So what we have to do is that we have to keep in mind the position of different objects of our sitting room, and we have to associate those objects with our information, and in this way we have to learn. For example, I can imagine my sitting room as a basis for the technique. In my sitting room, I can visualize the following objects: table, lamp, sofa, large bookcase, small bookcase, CD rack, tape rack, stereo system, telephone, television, video, chair, mirror, black and white photographs, etc. I may want to remember a list of World War I war poets. For example, Rupert Brooke, G.K. Chesterton, Walter de la Mare, Robert Graves, Rudyard Kipling, Wilfred Owen, Siegfried Sassoon, and W.B. Yeats. I could visualize walking through my front door, which has a picture on it of a scene from the Battle of the Somme, with an image of a man sitting in a trench writing in a dirty exercise book. I walk into the sitting room and look at the table. On the top is Rupert the bear sitting in a small brook. We do not need to worry about where the water goes in our imagination. This quotes for Rupert Brooke. Someone seems to have done some moving. A chest has been left on the sofa. Some jeans, alphabet system G jeans, are hanging out of one drawer, and some cake has been left on the top. This quotes for G.K. Chesterton. The lamp has a small statue of a brick wall over which a female horse mare is about to jumping. This quotes for Walter de la Mare, etc. Expanding the Roman room system. This technique can be expanded in one way by going into more detail and keying images to smaller objects. Alternatively, you can open doors from the room you are using into other rooms and use their objects to expand the volume of information stored. So it means that we can expand the Roman room system, and if we have taken in consideration or in visualization one room or one sitting room, so we can take another room also in consideration, and we can go for minor details of the smaller objects also. Okay. Alternatively, you can open the door from the room you are using into other rooms and use their objects to expand the volume of information stored. When you have more experience, you may find that you can build extensions to your rooms in your imaginations and populate them with objects that would logically be there. So we can use two rooms objects information to connect it with the information which we are learning. Other rooms can be used to store other categories of information. Moreover, there is no need to restrict this information to rooms. You could use a view or a town you know well and populate it with memory images. So not only we can use our sitting room as an image, we can use the image of a town or a view, and we can just use it with our memory images. Let us summarize. The Roman room technique is similar to the journey method in that it works by pegging images, coding for information to known images, in this case to objects in a room or several rooms. So this is just like journey method, but in journey method we code images for information to known images, but it's not in this room style. The Roman room technique is most effective for storing lists of unlinked information, whereas the journey method is most effective for storing lists of related items. So this is the difference between journey method and Roman method, that Roman room is method is most effective for unlinked information, while journey method is effective for storing list of related items. I hope that you will have understood this Roman room method of memorization. See you next time. Allah Hafiz.